Okay. So next concept is what? Independence of attributes. Independence of attributes. If the attributes are said to be independent, the presence or absence of one attribute does not affect the presence or absence of the other. For example, the attribute skin color and intelligence of persons are independent. So now see here, if two attributes capital A and capital B are independent, then the actual frequency is equal to the expected frequency. So now here, frequency of AB is equal to frequency of A into frequency of B by capital N. If this LHS and RHS, the both values are equal, then you can say that A and B are independent. So similarly, alpha beta is there. So alpha beta is equal to frequency of alpha into frequency of beta by capital N. Okay. So after simplifying frequency of alpha into beta by capital N, after simplifying this value, so this value is equal to frequency of alpha beta, then you can say that alpha beta are independent. Okay. So in these formulas, the LHS equal to RHS, then you can say that then what is there? AB are independent or alpha beta is equal to this value, then you can say that alpha beta are independent. So next, what is there? Association of attributes. I think last class I have seen what is the different formulas are there in the association of attributes. Two attributes, capital A and B, are said to be associated if they are not independent, but they are related with each other in some way or others. Okay. So independent means what? The LHS equal to RHS. But here, how many types of associations are there? So positively associated and negatively associated. Okay. So here, the two attributes A and B are said to be positively associated means if the frequency of AB is greater than frequency of A into frequency of B by capital N. Okay. So after simplifying, what is there? Frequency of A value into frequency of B by capital N. After simplifying, so the frequency of AB is greater than this, then you can say that A and B are positively associated. Then similarly, how can say that A and B are negatively associated means if the frequency of AB is less than frequency of A into frequency of B by capital N. So frequency of AB is less than frequency of A into frequency of B by capital N. Then you can say that A and B are negatively associated. Okay. So now, so basing on these formulas, then how to solve the problems. Now you see example. Show that whether A and B are independent or comma positively associated or negatively associated. Okay. So now I think three formulas are there. Okay. In these three formulas, I have to substitute the known values. Then basing on that results, if both are equal means independent, greater than means positive, less than means what? A negative. Okay. So first of all, with help of known values, you have to find out what is their all unknown missing values. So here frequency of AB is given 128, alpha B equal to 384, frequency of A beta equal to 24, and alpha beta equal to 72. So now here, what is frequency of A? Frequency of A is unknown. Why? Because according to formulas here, frequency of A, frequency of B, and Kaplan also required. Okay. So according to formulas. So here, what are the required values in the formulas? You have to find out. Your frequency of A is required as per formulas. So frequency of A equal to, you know that formula by using contingency table. So frequency of AB plus A beta. So frequency of AB equal to what is there? 128 plus frequency of A beta 24. That is frequency of A equal to 152. Then similarly, the frequency of B. So frequency of B also required. So frequency of B equal to frequency of AB is 128 plus, so frequency of alpha B, that is what? 384. So 128 plus 384 equal to the frequency of B equal to what? 512. So similarly, alpha also required. So alpha equal to what? Alpha B plus alpha beta, that is alpha B is what? 384 plus 72, then that is frequency of alpha equal to 456. Then now similarly, The Kaplan also required. I think you know that formulas, frequency of A plus frequency of alpha. Okay, so alpha already find out, then frequency of A also known, then the n equal to frequency of n equal to frequency of A plus alpha equal to 152 plus 456 equal to 608. Then now, so now what is the formula here? The frequency of AB is given 128, but frequency of A into B by N is required. So how to find out? So frequency of A is 152, frequency of B is 512 by N equal to 608. Then after simplifying, then this is equal to what? 128. So now here the frequency of AB is 128, the frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan also 128. So both are equal. So LHS equal to RHS. Then you can say that therefore frequency of AB equal to frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan. So hence you can say that A and B are independent. So now I will see one more problem. See, next problem. From the following data, find out the types of association of A and B. Okay. So now number one. So number one is given here. N equal to 200, frequency of A equal to 30, frequency of B equal to 100, frequency of AB equal to 15. Then now again, second problem, N equal to 400, then frequency of A equal to 50, frequency of A equal to 50, then frequency of B equal to 160, frequency of AB equal to 20. Then third one, N equal to 800, then frequency of A equal to 160, then frequency of B equal to 300, then frequency of AB equal to 50. Okay. So now first bit. So expected frequency of AB equal to what is formula? Frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan. So now here frequency of A is given 30 into frequency of B also given 100 by 200, that equal to, after simplifying, then what is their frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan equal to 15. Okay. So now here, since the actual frequency is equal to expected frequency, what is frequency of AB? 15. Then after simplifying also, what is there? 15. So that means what? The LHS is always equal to what? The LHS is equal to all RHS. That is what? Frequency of AB is 15. Frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan also 15. Therefore, A and B are independent. Okay. So here in the problem, the first bit, what is there? Independent. Then coming to second bit. So second bit, what is there? Again, formula is same. The expected frequency of AB is equal to frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan. So now in second bit, what is frequency of A? A is 50, frequency of B is 160, AB is 20, N equal to 400. The second bit, then now substitute what is there? Frequency of A equal to 50 into frequency of B equal to 160 by N equal to 400, that equal to what? 20. Since the actual frequency is greater than expected frequency, so now here the frequency of AB is 25, but that is LHS, then RHS value, frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan, that is what? 20. So 25 is greater than 20, therefore A and B are positively associated. So this is what is their second bit. Then coming to third bit. So what is third bit? Expected frequency of AB equal to frequency of AB equal to frequency of A into frequency of B by Kaplan. So that is same formula. Then now from third bit, then what is the frequency of AB is given 160 into frequency of B equal to 300 by N equal to 800. So then what is there here? So after simplifying, then that is what is there? 60. But frequency of AB is what is there here? 50. But frequency of A into B by Kaplan is 60. So 50 is less than 60. So therefore, A and B are negatively associated. Okay. So now the basing on the here 1, 2, 3 bits are there. The first bit, what is there? LHS equal to RHS. So A and B are independent. The second bit, frequency of AB is greater than the frequency of A into B by Kaplan. So that is what? positively associated. Then third bit, then frequency of AB is less than frequency of A into B by N. So then A and B are negatively associated. Okay. So these are the problems basing on what association. Then next, last class I think already seen what is there. What is the Yule's coefficient of association formulas? Okay. So now here the Yule's coefficient of association. The So Professor G. Andrew and Yules has suggested the formula to measure the degrees of association. It is relative measure of association between two attributes A and B. Okay. So now here, which values are required if frequency of AB, frequency of alpha B, comma frequency of A beta and frequency of alpha beta are the four distinct combinations of frequency of A, that is A comma B comma alpha and beta. The Yule's coefficient of association is Q equal to, what is formula? Frequency of AB into alpha beta minus frequency of A beta into alpha B by frequency of AB into alpha beta plus frequency of A beta into alpha B. Okay, this is the formula. So now here, if Q equal to plus 1, there is a perfect positive association. Okay. So after substituting all known values in this formula, then the result, the answer is what? If Q equal to plus 1, then what is the result? There is a perfect positive association. If Q value is minus 1, there is a perfect negative association. If Q equal to 0, there is no association in between A and B. You can say that A and B are independent. Okay. So now basing on this, now we'll see the problem. See, for remembrance of the above formula by using what is their contingency table, I think you know that what is there A alpha, B beta, then combinations what is there A B and what is there alpha, B and A beta and alpha beta combinations. So now basing on this formula, then I will see the problem. Investigation the association between darkness of eye color in father and son from the following data. Okay. So now what is there? Fathers with dark eyes and sons with dark eyes. That is called what is there? 50. That means what? This is what? Frequency of AB. Okay. Then frequency of AB. Let now what is there? A equal to father with dark eyes and B equal to what is there? Sons with the dark eyes. Okay. A is a father and B is what? A son. Then now, then AB equal what? 50. Father with dark eyes, that is capital A, and sons with no dark eyes, that is what? Alpha. Okay. So that means what is the beta? Beta. So now A beta is equal to here 79. Then fathers with no dark eyes, fathers with no dark eyes, that is what? Alpha. Then sons with dark eyes, that is what? B. Okay. So now alpha B is equal to 89. Then neither son nor father having dark eyes, that is what is there? 782. That means what? Alpha beta. So both are son and father both are having what? Dark eyes, that is called alpha beta, that is 782. Okay. So now with help of these four values, I have to find out corresponding frequency values. What is there? 50 plus 79 equal to 129, that is frequency of A. Then uh, 89 plus 782, that is 871. Then 50 plus 89, 139, 79 plus 782, 861. Then again you have to find out row total into column total, that is what is there? 1000. Okay. So now this all values, so you have to substitute in the formula. So Yule's coefficient of association is, what is the notation? Capital Q. So capital Q equal to, what is formula here? Frequency of AB into alpha beta minus frequency of A beta into alpha B by frequency of AB into alpha beta plus frequency of A beta into alpha B. So that equal to 50 plus 782 minus 79 into 89 by 50 plus 782 plus 79 into 89. So after simplifying, what is there? The Q equal to 0.69. So here 0.69 is a positive association between the eye color of fathers and the son. Okay. So this is what is a 0.69 is positive value. Then you can say that the positive association between eye color of fathers and the son. Okay. So now here we'll see one more problem. Can vaccination be regarded as a preventive measure of smallpox from the data given below? So of 1482 persons in a locality exposed to smallpox, what is there? 368 in the all well are attacked. So among the 1482 persons, 343 had been vaccinated. Among these, only 35 were attacked. Okay. So now here, let capital A equal to what? Denote the attributes of vaccination. Then capital B denotes attacked. Okay. So now here A equal to attributes of vaccination, then B equal to what is there? Attacked. So what is AB? So AB equal to what is there? Attacks na attribute of vaccination and attacked. That is what is there? AB equal to 35. Then alpha B value. So alpha B equal to what is there? 333. So what are the values are given here? So 1482 is what? Capital N. 1482 is what? Capital N. So then again, mm, 343. So 343 means what is there? Out of 1482 persons, 343 had been vaccinated. So the frequency of A equal to 343. Then AB equal to 35. Capital N equal to 1482. Okay. Then again frequency of B. Frequency of B is what? Out of 1482 persons in locality exposed to smallpox, 368 in well attacked. That is what a frequency of B 368. Okay. So now in this table, these are the known values. By using contingency table, with help of that contingency table formulas, I have to find out what are all unknown values. Then what is there? So I have to substitute all values in the table. Then Yule's coefficient of association is Q equal to frequency of AB into alpha beta minus frequency of A beta into alpha B by frequency of AB into alpha beta plus, see the same formulas but numerator minus denominator plus. Now we have to substitute all values, then you have to simplify, but here the capital Q equal to minus 0.57. So now what is the conclusion of this problem? There is a negative association between attacked and vaccinated. So in other words, there is a positive association between, so not attacked and vaccinated. So hence vaccination can be regarded as a preventive measure for smallpox. Okay. So this is these are the problems basing on what is there, Yule's coefficient of association. So similarly, again one more problem also there here. Okay, the same method. So in a co-educational institution, out of 200 students, 150 were boys. They took an examination and it was found that 120 passed. Okay. So out of 200, 150 students were boys. Then they took an examination. It was found that 120 passed. Okay. After 150 boys, so 120 are passed. Then 10 girls failed. 10 girls failed. Is there any association between sex and success in the examination? That means what? Is there any association between boys and girls? Okay. So now let capital A denotes boys and alpha denotes girls. So let capital B denotes those who passed the examination. So beta denotes those who are failed. So now here capital N equal 200. The total boys 150. Then boys and how many are passed? That is 120. Then alpha beta. Alpha beta means what? How many girls are failed? So then with help of known values, you have to find out with help of contingency table formulas the remaining unknown values. Okay. Now this all values you have to substitute in the formula. Then what is the Q value is 0. Okay, so that means what? There is no any association between what is sex and success in the examination. Okay, that means what? There is no any association between what in between boys and girls and success of the examination. Okay, so now here this is the contingency table. So basing on the table formulas only, how to find out what all the unknown formulas. Okay, so these are the problems basing on the use coefficient of associations. So these are very important for practicals and also theory.